Now, I'm going to switch topics back to Marcus trying to save his mother, and I know that I am repeating myself here, but I'm thinking to add some additional thoughts. I know that he now thinks that the return is a dangerous criminal and not someone trying to help him, and that his brothers are trying to save their mother because in 480 they said there was no cure in trying to fix what was wrong with Queen Valerie's spine, but I know he wants to do whatever he is in his power and try and save his mother. He has told me that, and he also told me that Sam and George are on the same boat. I also think that the three of them all together, that the return isn't quite a criminal yet. It's just that Robinson harassed him if there was no clear cure about their mother. That is what Marcus has told me gets him and his brothers. It also could just be that, according to what Marcus has said, is that it is just his grandmother wants to re-enter his mother's life again before she goes. Marcus has told me about his grandmother many times before, and now she was riddled right after his mother became a teenager, and after that she disappeared. All she did was drop his mother and his aunts off at his great uncle's house, who, from what I hear, is dead now too. And they never really heard from her again. I have no relatives like that. None. And it makes me super sad that Marcus, Sam, and George never met their biological grandmother, when the truth of the matter is that she could probably still be alive. I mean, I know that both of Marcus's grandparents live in Orlando, of course, because they don't treat him and his brothers nicely, and his parents and Marcus's dad is their son. I've never met Marcus's grandparents yet, and I doubt I want to, in all honesty. That makes me really sad to say, but I don't want to meet someone who abandoned their children and let alone people who were malicious to their children on purpose. All my grandparents are dead. My dad, David, is 53, and my dad, Peter, is 54, and all of my grandparents died by the time they both hit 50. David's dad being gone for a few years by the time I was adopted, and me losing both of my grandmas between the ages of 7 and 13, and losing Peter's dad by the time I began my senior year of high school. I was closer for them, and I cried at their funerals, but life moves on, and I have. I actually wish I was closer to my non-immediate family than I am. It's just so hard for me to do because I have difficulty finding the time to do so. I never really have thought about it before, but I want Marcus to meet them. The thing though is that I'm not sure if I'm going to Europe this summer, so I don't know if I am going to be able to do that or not. I don't know if I am going to Europe this summer because I need to figure out what my situation is with me getting a job as a lawyer, and as a lawyer I need to be in tip-top shape to be ready for getting a job due to the seriousness of being a lawyer. I also have to be honest. I would rather begin work over this summer than go on a vacation to Europe anyways, because I want to begin right away, because I've been wanting to be a lawyer my whole life ever since I learned a horrible fact about me when I was dropped off at the Orphanage in the Bronx, New York City. So for me personally, as long as Marcus goes to New York City with me and he and I have a good time, that'll make 2018 for me. 2018 has been off to an okay, but a little bit of an awkward start because I woke up on New Year's Eve from being knocked out by a taser turned on me by the return, which meant 2018 began with Queen Valerie taking care of me and helping me recuperate from the tase and getting the privilege of spending another night at Robbinsog after the trip to Orlando was dramatically cut short. Well, at the same time, Marcus's parents were trying to assure me it was okay for me to break up with him, which is not okay, even if it was not okay with me in the slightest. I guess I could see where they were coming from. I just felt that that was my decision, and it was so I just went on and felt that what Marcus's parents were saying to me was wrong, and I just kept my mouth shut. However, other than New Year's Day, which was also my 26th birthday, and the way Queen Valerie's 46th birthday went, I personally went from feeling 2018, where it has been pretty average, with a boost from the fact I have a boyfriend now. Oh, I forgot to talk about Queen Valerie's 46th birthday. I have to be honest, it made me uncomfortable, but I didn't feel comfortable saying no to Marcus's mother because of how she is about people saying those words, "This is not real." I wasn't going to say those words to her, but wearing a swimsuit, even if it is one piece, makes me very uncomfortable for reasons I do not feel comfortable discussing quite yet. I may discuss it with Marcus when I get personal with him in New York City, but for now, I want to keep it to myself because part of the reason why I don't like talking about it, because I don't like even thinking about it. I really do hope my emotions don't ruin New York City for me and Marcus, because what I am doing is something that no one should do, which is part of the reason why I'm taking Marcus with me, since I have a boyfriend now. It is also the reason why, and I already have discussed this with Marcus, is that going to the Bronx is the first thing we're doing after we land in LaGuardia. We may not be going to where the orphanage was, but we will be going to the Comfort Inn to drop off our luggage off the next. And the next day we're going to switch hotel to a hotel I've not booked yet in Manhattan. And then the day after, we are going to stay somewhere in Queens. Like I have said before, I don't have any plans at all to go to Brooklyn, and Marcus has said he's absolutely okay with that because Manhattan will do it for him. So pretty much the Bronx for me, Manhattan for Marcus, and Queens, I guess, for the both of us. If Marcus and I do a trip, just the two of us again, the next time he and I were going to hit Los Angeles, and I discussed that with him, and I have already discussed that with him because I live and Marcus lives super close to Chicago, which is the third largest city in the United States, and we are going to New York City, which is the largest city of the United States, and Los Angeles is the second largest city in the United States, which means if I go to Los Angeles, we have hit the top three cities in the United States. Marcus has told me that the only major city he has been to outside of the United States is London, which Marcus has told me that he went there with his parents, and when his only brother was Sam, when it was his parents' 10th wedding anniversary. He also said that he went up to Liverpool while he was out there because he loves the Beatles, and the Beatles are from Liverpool. Personally, when it comes to the music I love the singer Pink because I have an unpopular opinion of me liking modern day music. However, I'm saying that I've never really adored the concept of rock and roll and music the way Robbins do because it was just not my cup of tea. However, one thing that has always been my cup of tea, which I know is also the Robbins cup of tea, is Disney. I love Disney, which is something I find super interesting because becoming a princess, if I marry Marcus, is something I've always, that as I have already said, is something that doesn't interest me as much because being with Marcus means more to me than being loyalty to a nation that isn't even the size of my parents' borough. So to make all of what I just said into a short story, yeah, I'm really happy where my life is going as Marcus's girlfriend. And my life has gotten a little bit better over these past several months that I have known him. It wasn't bad to begin with, but my parents have told me that I seem a lot more happier now that I have been with, that I have been before, which is a good thing. regardless of who is the person to tell you that, parents or not. I have a lot working. Well, really, I have a lot working for us because Marcus and I are definitely a couple now, and we are solving the world's problems together. We're going to figure out who the return is together and with his brothers, and we're going to face my fears in New York City together, and we're going to confess our deepest, darkest secrets to each other. What happens between me and Marcus may not always be positive, but that is part of being a couple, because being a couple is never meant to be something fully good, but absolutely not bad, because if it were bad, then people wouldn't develop relationships and get married, but I'm still in a happy place. Like I said before, I'm a cougar. And I know that cougars marry people for money, from younger men, or the other way around, but I have already discussed that with Marcus, and he has said that he doesn't want to care if I become a millionaire yearly as a lawyer, that he still wants to be a doctor trying to find a cure for autism because of how difficult his life has been because he has autism. He also has told me that that is how his parents did too, and they both make plenty of money and are workaholics too, just like how he is. Also, did I forget to mention that his mother is a cougar like me too, to a lesser extent, in age difference, but to a greater extent, to where she met his dad when he was still a kid with a high voice at age 11, and she was a full-blown adult at age 18. Wow, do I have a lot going for us right now. And I'm super excited for it because my life just keeps on getting better and better. I am so thankful for Marcus and his family and my dad's and at the University of Chicago for helping me become a lawyer. And as good of a place as I am already in, I still hope things are going better for me a year from now, because hopefully by then I would start my letter squad and hopefully have it growing, metaphorically. Let's hope these next several weeks go to a month go as planned, which is well, because I don't ever want to get my hopes up too high only to have them smashed like I did with Hillary Clinton.